Hi, I'm Paul from Test Data Services, and today I'm going to talk about workflow. Workflow is a critical component of any high quality performance engineering process. So performance engineering, like many other things, needs to be repeatable. If we run a load test two times against the same system and the system hasn't changed, we would expect to get the same results unless the system has inherent variability. If that's the case, we really need to know about it. We don't want to be questioning whether the test was a bit different, the data caused different things to happen, or whatever. We want to make sure that we have a good, solid process. I hear a lot of people talk about different testing tools. Now, I really like using LoadRunner. I've used it for a long time, and I'm very comfortable with it. It works great with my workflow, which is fantastic. But no matter how good the testing tool is, if you don't know how to use it well and you don't understand the principles of performance engineering, you probably won't get a great outcome. Likewise, you could have the best performance engineer in the world with a really pretty ordinary bit of testing software, and they'll probably manage to hobble together some sort of a useful test. So where workflow matters is in easily, with a short amount of time, with the minimal effort, getting the best possible result in a repeatable way. So one of the things that I've been doing lately is a lot of videos. I've uploaded more than 40 videos and I've enjoyed doing it. And I've got better at the workflow. And I was thinking about that and I realized, wow, the workflow for producing videos is not dissimilar in some ways, conceptually, to the workflow we do in a load test. If we want to do a really quick and dirty test, well, you can just do that with minimal equipment, but you might find that you waste a lot of time after the test or after you've done what you wanted to do, trying to figure out if a particular problem was a real problem or a test artifact or a script problem or whatever. So what I did when I started doing videos was I started off using my iPhone, and then I progressed to using a webcam, then I progressed to using a DSLR, then I progressed to using mirrorless, and I've added extra bits on the way, and now I've got a pretty neat, smooth workflow. So I thought this would be interesting because a number of people have asked how I do the videos because they think it's pretty good quality. This is how easy it is to do. I have a camera, my A camera up there. It's a Canon C70. It's connected to a Ninja recorder, which can record 4K. The camera can as well, but the good thing about using the Ninja is it uses SSD drive. So I have a 2 TB drive in there, and whenever I want, I just plug in a new SSD drive, another 2 TB. The good thing about this is that from a workflow point of view, if I do a 10-minute video and it's like 50 gig of data, while I can carry the card across to my computer, plug it in, before I can use it with any software, I have to transfer it locally. A lot of the software recommends against doing edits on an SSD, sorry, on one of those little drives, one of those little cards that plugs into the phone, into the camera. But if you use a proper SSD drive with a proper interface on your computer, it's just a hard disk. So you can actually do your initial edits on there, and you've just saved yourself 15 minutes or 10 minutes of transfer time, which it takes ages to copy those files. So that was one of the big learnings. I also have my sound through two microphones. You can see them on here using my B camera. One going direct into the computer, which I use for Zoom calls and Teams and so on, and another going through to the A camera and sound devices unit there, which does noise assist for noise cancellation, because I have a very noisy office. I have a noisy computer, I have a fridge in here, a lab fridge, and I also have a loud air conditioner. They're all running at the moment. Hopefully you don't hear them. To make the video look the way I like to make it look, with a transparent background and me in there, I use a green screen. I'll show you how quick it is to get a green screen. And when I do the green screen, I'm going to turn a light on behind it. You might wonder, why am I putting the light on behind the green screen? It's so that a bit of the light goes over the green screen and illuminates the top of my hat. I wear the hat so that I have a contrast difference between my shirt and my head, so that my face is a different contrast. I sort of think that's better than an almost bald head. Also, from a green screen perspective, it's a lot easier having a hat with defined edges than hair that's curly and bits going everywhere. It fringes the green screen. So that's another reason. Putting up the green screen now, won't take a moment. Okay, so that's the green screen. Now, if you notice, the one side of the green screen is not quite as bright as the other. So I'm going to put a little light on next to me here to equalize it. The reason for that is green screens really need to have even illumination. If they're not even, it doesn't work so good. So that's that. So now to do a recording, all we do is we go into Camtasia, hit record. Now, most of my recordings are screen-based. So when the recording dialog comes up, there it is. I will push record, but just so you can see what's going on, I'm going to move this viewer over here as well. So I'm hitting record. It'll do a 3, 2, 1 countdown, pauses the screen while it's doing that. And you might be wondering, how am I recording the recording? Put a note in the comment if you figured it out. Not necessarily the easiest thing to do. The workflow for that was not brilliant. So anyway, this is recording now. So I'll now pretend to do a very short 10-second video. Hi, this is a video about a video, and I will show you a quick start guide, and I will click on a link here for an MFA token, and I'll zoom in the Camtasia post-processing so you can see me clicking on this a second time or a third time, and you can see the numbers change or some of the numbers change. And that's it. See you later. All right, so that's the video. So now we want to stop that recording, right? Push stop over here. And we want to stop, so we stopped the screen recording. Now we've stopped the HDMI capture. We can go now to this directory view, and we can drag to Camtasia the HDMI feed. All right. And then we can drag that down to the timeline. And now we can see in here, we've got the actual like waveform, which is a good sign. We just need to line that up. You can see how I lined that up. And if we just go and have a look at some little spike like here, just make sure they're exactly lined up. We'll just zoom in a little bit. That's pretty close, right? That's maybe one frame out, but I think that's probably good enough. So if I was to push play now, let's just turn the volume up. I turned it down before. And push play. This is recording now. So I now pretend to do a very... Now, so when you heard that, it sounded like one voice, right? It was actually playing two. If I had it slightly out of whack, like this, and I play it. Recording now. So I now pretend to do a very... Hear the difference? But if I put it back, so now it should be fine. It should be the same, matching exactly. Recording now. So that's good. But I don't need both audios. You only want to have one audio in there. So I'm going to just get rid of the audio from the microphone that goes straight to the computer, and I'm going to use the audio that comes via the HDMI channel feed. So now when I push play, it'll be a bit cleaner. Brilliant. So anyway, this is recording now. Actually, sorry, I won't do that. I will use the other one. The other one was a bit better quality. So I've got two microphones connected to the camera. That was the ambient one. I forgot to switch it. I've got an ambient one and a Sound Devices one. But anyway, let me now just turn that volume down. Edit audio. And if I push play just to double check it's okay. Brilliant. So anyway, all right, that sounds good. So now what we want to do is we want to just trim out the bits of the video that we don't care about. Where do we go? When we say hello, that's it. I think it's there. Hi. This is a video. That's the one. So we can just go back to here. This is the talking bit. So I can then just go like this, wipe all that out, ripple delete, and go to the end of the video. It was only a few seconds, right? Let's just check it. And I'll zoom in the Camtasia post-processing so you can see me clicking on this a second time or a third time, and you can see the numbers change or some of the numbers change. And that's it. See you later. All right, so let's just stop it there. Get rid of the rest of that, ripple delete. Now, our picture of me is green and in the middle of the screen. Let's fix that up. First thing I do, when I look left on the screen, top left of the screen, I want my head to move in that direction. So to do that, I just change my direction like this. Then I want to take the green away. So I just go add visual effect, remove a color, and I choose the dropper, and I can increase the tolerance if I need to, but that's if my green screen's good, that should be okay the way it is. Then I need to trim this, get rid of the edge. Now, what I also do is I quickly scrub through the video and make sure my shoulders don't move outside that cut, because it doesn't look very good if they do, right? Then I change this back to the selection thing and move myself down there. And the only other thing I want to do is, remember I went in and I showed you this so that we can see what it looks like. I'm just going to show you how I did that. It's pretty easy. I go to animations and I just say, let's double the size, and let's just select this bit up the top, and let's not mess with the video of me. And then let's, after we've done that, we don't even need to, we can make it go back to normal size. Oh yeah, I'll show you how to do that. Just say actual size, scale to fit, and get rid of that. And what happens is, if we show this for an MFA token, and I'll zoom in the Camtasia post-processing so you can see me clicking on this a second time or a third time, and you can see the numbers change. All right, so you saw that, worked good, right? So that's good. And what else? That's probably enough, right? So I'll show you now what the camera looks like, so you can see it just as a separate one. I'll just show you in this window over here. So that's the C70, the Ninja recorder, and the sound devices, which you didn't have the benefit of hearing that time, and an ambient microphone, which actually works pretty good for a microphone that's so far away. But anyway, that's how it is. And I just pull out the drive from behind that recorder, and it's a 4K recording, which is really awesome. I can do really good work. I can punch in and really zoom in if I want to on something. So I hope you found this interesting from a workflow perspective. And I didn't show you actually the actual projection of the video. To actually turn that into an MP4 file, I just go like this and say yes, and it renders a video, and it will be pretty quick. Like, it doesn't take very long. So for a 10-minute video, it obviously takes longer. And when it's finished, it'll pop up a window, and we'll see it come up. 100%. There we go. So now if I push play. Hi, this is a video about a video, and I will show you a quick start guide, and I will click on a link here. But you get the point. Pretty quick, pretty easy, pretty nice workflow. Well, tell me what you reckon in the comments. All the best. Have a good day.